painting today will be a rabbit in the grass. We will be using a pencil to start out with, or our oil pastels, and a set of watercolors, and a brush. We'll be using an oval shape to make our rabbit. So we'll start out making the body of the rabbit, and we'll make a nice big oval shape. We're going to overlap when we put the head on our rabbit. And overlap means that we're going to have that oval go over top of the one we just did. So this will be the head for our rabbit. And again, it's another oval out here. And it will overlap the first one that we made. The next oval we're going to make will be his front paws. This rabbit will be looking to the right for us. This will be one of his paws in the front, and this will be the one in the back. The next thing we're going to do is make an oval, only this time it's going to be more like sort of like an almond shape. It'll be pointed at the top and the bottom when we make this, and this will be for the ears of our rabbit. There's one ear. There's the other ear. And the next thing we're going to do, our rabbit's looking to the right, and we only see one ear, one of his eyes, because he's looking this way, and his other eye's on the other side of his head. So we're just going to show one eye today. Then here will be his little nose. We'll have a little line coming down like that. Now we're ready to use our oil pastels, and we'll start using a black for his eye. Sometimes it's nice to have a little bit of it be left uncolored, and then it kind of looks like the light is shining, or the sun in this case would be shining on our little rabbit. We'll make his little nose black today. And then something that is kind of funny that we're going to do, when we make his whiskers, we'll be using the white oil pastel, but you won't be able to see it until we have painted. So it's going to be hard to know exactly where we want those whiskers to go. I'm going to have some out here, but you will see them after we paint. And the same thing when we make his little cottontail, we're going to make it over here. You really aren't going to see too much of it now, but you'll see it later after we paint. And now we're ready to get our watercolor out. We'll get a little bit of water, puts a little bit of water on our brush, and get some of the brown paint. We don't need a real thin brush when we're painting our rabbit. We can use a thicker one. ready to put some grass around the rabbit. We want to make sure that the rabbit's dry when we get real close to it, because we don't want it to run, the green to run into the brown watercolor. So we'll want to get some clean water to start a new color. And rinse out our brush. I'm not going to get real close to the rabbit yet because I want to make sure that the brown is completely dry. So about here will be where I'm going to put the grass, because he's in the grass. I'll start painting right along here and then paint all the way down to the bottom of my paper today. We want the green to dry, and after it's dry, getting clean water again, we'll be ready to make the sky. Last thing we'll be doing today will be putting the sky in our artwork. And we want our sky to not be as dark as our watercolor blue is. So the way to do that is to add more water to our blue. So you're going to get your blue and then maybe even dip it back in the water a little bit so that it's not real dark. You don't want it to be real dark. That's a good color. I like that color right there. And if you'd like to, you could leave some of your paper white to kind of show that maybe the sun is, there's some clouds out there. Be real careful going around the rabbit. You don't want the blue to get onto the brown paint. You see his whiskers? I hope you're all having fun getting to see the rabbit's whiskers now. And his little cottontail we'll be seeing in a minute. There it is. The last thing we'll be doing today, and you want to make sure that the grass is dry, we will be putting the rabbit in the grass with some blades of grass all around. You want to make sure that your rabbit is dry and that the paint that you already did for the ground and the grass is dry also. And now we're putting the bunny in the grass.